there, everyone, and welcome back to Better Than Starting Manned, Season 3. My name is Gord, we are back, and we have a few things to take care of. The first of which, Lyowen was kind enough to remind me that we can recover debris and get a little bit of money. So we have currently 19,400, and recovering that gave us just around 2,000. 2,000. That's not bad at all for that damaged, recovered spaceship. And that is all that was in action on our world at the time. So that is a neat source of extra funds. Okay. Anyhow, okay, let's grab some science. My game's just a tiny bit sluggish. I might have to restart my computer here. Let's see. So last session we got enough science to buy one of these three nodes. Exactly one. So we can either get a liquid fuel engine, which would give us control but not really any throttle control, which would actually make it easier to get into orbit in some ways. It also improves launch capacity, allowing vehicles up to 25 tons. We could do wings and gravioli. If we did that, we'd need to make a ship capable of getting into a higher orbit so we could get a gravioli scan. Or we could get manned missions and try and fly a low altitude crew report. Because it's only good to 2.25 atmospheres. Or, yeah, basically sea level. So rather than picking one right this instant, let's see if we can build a slightly heftier, a Mark III data gathering system, something that's capable of getting into a slightly higher elevation orbit. Which to do that, we'd basically be looking at, we'll snap, oh, well that answers one really important question. These big boosters cannot be attached together. So the only way to coax more elevation out of this thing would be to stage it differently and have the central engine and 3 of those boosters fire at sea level and another 3 fire at a higher elevation. So given that little bit of knowledge, we need to get a few more batteries on this because hopefully we'll be able to transmit back a, we put 2 batteries on the last one. Let's put 6 on this one. We'll set them nice and low. Right down there. And then we will put a antenna right in the top center with absolutely no symmetry. Like so. Pretty sure I got that right. A barometer on one side. The hope I'm sort of vaguely hoping that we're going to get into a high orbit, and then 2 thermometers on the other side to counterbalance that. 1 there and 1 there. Okay, so now the question is, this will be called the what did I call the previous one? The Altitude Recorder Mark III. This will be Altitude Recorder Mark III. Okay, so what we need to do is determine what do we require to get to the next stage of flight. This thing is a teensy tiny bit too heavy. So that's interesting. So we can fit 4 of these on, but not 6. That's how tight this thing is. Either that, or we need to balance things off with the battery. How much does battery weighs? As much as it's 2 thermometers, so it weighs as much as a barometer. Well, that's interesting. Maybe we can, oops. Maybe we can do this differently. Let's just take this off. Let's put 1 additional battery on, matching the barometer. That leaves us at 0.95. Now what we might have to do is trilateral symmetry. My instinct is to try the gravioli and see if I can get this thing into a higher elevation orbit. But I'm worried that's, I mean, okay, if I understand the way Flower Child designs this properly. Oh, excellent. A manned altitude record of 12,500. Escape the atmosphere, conduct a weather survey. Well, my goal here is to escape the atmosphere because I think I'm going to get the gravioli. And conduct a weather survey. So it's a trivial prestige. Collect temperature scan from upper atmosphere. Collect pressure scan from upper atmosphere. But really, I only need to do that for money. I don't need to... Let's leave that be. Let's only grab the... Let's keep our eye on the ball. Let's only escape the atmosphere. We don't have the funds to fly that tight right now. So getting... Oh, this is it. This is the risky move. But the winglets will make... Oh, but the launch weight. I can't afford to put winglets on this thing, funny enough. But if the balance is perfect... So let's do it this way. We'll do trilateral symmetry, which means if I do 3 there. All right, so let's take the barometer off for a second. We'll put 3 of those on, so if we put this one on, basically by mirroring this, we'll determine where we need to put the other parts. So we need to put 1 gravioli right there, and that thing weighs 0.1. Oh, but balance. No, wait. No. Even easier than I thought. We'll put a single gravioli there, and on the opposite side we will put a single battery and a single barometer. And I guess we need to get temperature potentially, don't we? Let's put those two as tightly together as we can. There we go. So that should be pretty balanced. Let's just put, oh, but we're overweight. Oh, so close. All right, well, 1 gravioli scan is going to get me more than just about anything else. All right, so we don't need this battery. Let's put, do we put ourselves at a slight imbalance and squeeze a thermometer on there? We can't even squeeze a thermometer on. Short of taking off 1 more battery, we are going to be in trouble here. Oh wait, we can move to 3 batteries. It's going to be iffy on power, but if we do 3 batteries and 1 additional battery right here, we'll miss out on the temperature, but that should be okay. So we're going to miss the temperature scan this time. Let's see, we'll get our mass indicator out. I wish it was easier to tell exactly how the center of mass thing is kind of hard to read. But I think we're okay. I think we're balanced enough. These two are packed tightly together enough to basically count as balancing off that gravioli scanner. All right, some action groups. We need log gravity data on, not on the staging, that's not helpful. Log gravity data on custom 1 and log barometer on custom 2. And those are the 2 data sets we need. Okay, this is it. Let's head to the launch pad and hope for the best. This is the riskiest stage of the game, I think, in terms of science and whatnot. But we've got 3... And if this doesn't work, the only thing I got left is adjusting the staging. But I could also do, if I can make a cheap low atmospheric probe to get barometer, upper atmosphere barometer and temperature readings, that'll help make up for this. Okay, throttle is meaningless. Stabilization is meaningless. We just hope we balance this sufficiently. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. That is still excessively powerful, so we should be able to do it with switching out the staging a bit more. But we're committed. Oh, we're tipping a little. Uh-oh, my balance is off. Yeah, we're losing control just a little. I probably chose poorly. Alright, that did not work so well. And we are tipping, which is not good. Oh, redesign coming our way. How can we do this? Well, I guess we just hope that this is high enough. But no, we're going to be in trouble without... We're not going to make space, I don't think. We need to make 70 plus kilometers to make space. And this thing is not doing well enough to do that. Oh, but when we hit that atmospheric hard enough... Okay, atmospheric pressure is... That's the one we have. So we need to get the flying high, which means we need to... Man, I think we're losing speed way too fast here. There we are. Let's transmit the remaining... that remaining data at least. Clean that mess up. That'll get us 3 more science. And for the gravioli to work, we need to be in space. And my understanding of physics and math says we have not good odds of making actual space. With 30,000 meters still to go, 278 meters per second. We tipped way too much for this to work. We're tipping over. We're losing speed. Yeah, we're not even going to come close. Dag nabbit. All right, let's get to the ground. It's a good thing that one. That's a good thing that one didn't have a failure clause on it. So we may have to do a weather scan to. No, okay, no, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I've got this thing time warping, so let's see if it's going to burn up in the atmosphere. No, it's not. Okay. Well, let's see how much of this thing survives. Ooh, pretty cloud. Going down. We'll slow it down and see how much of this thing actually survives this upcoming impact. A little. A little bit. Okay. I wonder how I... Okay, let's go to tracking station. Let's figure out how to recover this debris, because it didn't actually give me that option. Let's see, let's go to... Oh, okay. Recover. Cover. Is that going to be... That's going to be the easiest way to do this, isn't it? I wish, you know, there's got to be an easier way to do this. Let's go to its location, and let's see if it's going to let us recover this material. The one near the Kerbal Space Center was easy. Recover vessel. Nope, that's not going to work either. That's not giving me any option to clear at all. Okay, I will take 2 seconds to finish clearing that, and then we will see what we can do to adjust this some more, because we have a science problem now. Be right back. Okay, the Mark IV altitude recorder. I've cut off 2 engines, which greatly reduced the mass. Put winglets on. We're only going to use 6 batteries. We're going to need the 6 batteries. I just have that feeling that we're going to need that little extra bit of juice. So, battery squeezed on 2 thermometers and a gravioli scanner to balance each other out, which should have the center of thrust pretty solid. Plus, we're going to have these winglets now, which will let us actually, hopefully, lock our flight. And if not, at least I'll be able to control my flight a bit better. So, let's try and get ourselves some science, because that's where we need what we need right now. And the only science that is available to us right now is low space. Low Kerbal orbit temperature, barometer, and a gravioli scan if we're really lucky. Okay, my gosh, that is a small ship though, isn't it? Okay, SAS on this time. We'll see if that helps. Launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's hope that this keeps it stable this time. Go, spaceship, go. Keep yourself steady. I'll just keep nudging it back towards perfectly vertical here, and hopefully that will do the trick. Come on, keep it vertical. Keep it vertical. Obviously there's no computer controls here, so this is just going to do what it's going to do. Alright, so the two engines, I don't know if there's going to be enough engines here. But I may have fired those too soon, but I really don't know. Just keep it going straight up, straight up. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, right. We are going exceptionally fast right now, aren't we? Look at that atmosphere. Okay. I have my doubts that we're going to make it on this flight. Apoapsis 39. Nope, we're not going to make it. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to have to rethink this one more time. Let me... You know what's going to happen to this. This isn't going to do anything useful, so let's head back to the surface and see what we can do. Alrighty guys, this is the next attempt. The Mark V. I've adjusted the staging. We're going to have two engines fire in the first stage, two engines fire in the second stage, and then this center rocket is going to fire in the much higher atmosphere. And with any luck, it will make the difference. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure this is strong at sea level, low efficiency at altitude. Kestes is hopefully the one that will fly much better at a higher elevation. So with the wings on there, hopefully I can keep it stable. I've got action groups, almost forgot. Custom 1, log temperature, custom 2. I got it backwards, of course. Log pressure. Let's try that again. Log temperature and custom 3 will be... Wait, do I have two? I have two barometers on here. That was almost a disaster. All right. Science. One single gravioli. Action group. Custom 3. Log gravity. Because if we can get one gravity data, and we've got 8 batteries on here, I'm really questioning the wisdom of that. Maybe we should just try, you know what? We're just so tight against the weight limit here and our ability of this ship. Let's forget the gravioli. Let's get our temperature over here, because if we can get temperature and barometer from space, that should be sufficient science for my purposes to get the increased weight limit and thus have the ability to make a ship that will actually be able to fly more reliably to orbit. And then we're only going to want 1 ring of batteries, not 2, which will save us another dose of mass, because that should be enough battery power to transmit. Let's hope. Okay, here we go. I may have cut some of the previous missions down to size a bit to keep this to 1 episode, because we got to make progress this episode, and we can't have an episode with absolutely 0 progress here. Okay. Without any further ado, launching 3, 2, 1. Go. All right, keep yourself stable. No, you hold it right there. Got it on the fine controls to try and keep it stable there. All right, and we're about to lose the Kestes. Come on, hold it steady. Stage 2. Looking good. Now hopefully we get ourselves high enough that the 3rd stage will actually be able to punch us up high enough. Otherwise I'm going to be really uncertain of what to do next. Come on, hold it steady, hold it steady. I have one other design we can try, but it's going to be a really limited science beast. Okay, and let's hope that we're high enough that this engine, nope, we're not. We're losing way too much speed here. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Equilibrium? Yeah, we've hit equilibrium. So It's not a total loss yet. We just have to touch space. Come on, can't you just... Oh, no computer controls drives me insane. We're still in the lower atmosphere. We need to get a lot of time in the middle atmosphere if we're going to hit space. Apoapsis is not high enough. Yeah, we're going to need one more stage of engines, aren't we? I think so. Dang it. This is... Oh, hold on. That's getting... Oh, so close. We are close. Oh, man. Apoapsis of 66.7. All right, you know the drill. See you on the ground. I think I know what to do. Okay, here we go. 4 stages this time. The useless SAS launching. 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Hopefully, even though it's just a little, and the balance is just a little off. I'm so tight on weight right now, it's stupid. Like I'm a thermometer's weight over or under, which is basically means the reason I'm fighting this thing. This is not going to work, is it? Well, I guess we'll find out. I'm going to fight it the whole way up. Otherwise, I'm going to have to... I'm not sure what I'll do. But this is not ideal. Come on. Just try and keep it stable. Keep it stable. Come on. At least it doesn't cost any energy to try and keep this thing stable. We're not hitting, we're actually getting a more efficient flight this time because we're not hitting terminal velocity as hard as we have in past flights, I don't think. Which is good. And let's just hope that the central engine is strong enough to lift things the rest of the way. We're about to breach the middle atmosphere, and we haven't fired our central rocket, but our central rocket is kind of the determining factor, and it's not strong enough still. Oh, okay. A lot less of a problem than it was last time. All right. My heart's in my chest a little here. That's really got me nervous. This is hard. The way I've never, the weight limits. I've never played the early game with the weight limits. They were introduced long after I was into Season 2. And they are making a huge difference on the challenge because I'm up against the wire. And as you see, I'm fighting this ship the whole way up to keep it vertical. And you watch, it's going to be that fight that I'm having that's going to be costing me the ability to make it to orbit or to space. Come on. Another 10,000 meters is not going to happen, is it? Oh, we're past it. We're past it. Okay, cross your fingers that I don't lose too much altitude here, but we need 16 science. So we had 4, we need 12 science. So hopefully these 2 devices are worth 12 science. At least we're going to have a little bit more money because we're going to get the arriving at space, which is good because I've had 3 failed ships. A couple of which I never got to recover because they hit one of which I didn't get to recover because it hit the ocean. That was the previous flight here. Apoapsis hasn't changed. Oh, and I didn't. Dang it. Okay, that was stupid of me not maintaining the. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do this hard way, and we're gonna have a very limited window to do it in. Here we go. We're gonna hit space. 3, 2, 1. Transmit that temperature data. Log pressure data. That's 8 science. Transmit that pressure data. Come on. Log. Transmit. I think that's going to do it. I wish I could have fit a Gravioli scanner on here, but it just was not going to happen. So we'll get the Gravioli in the next We're going to get the weight limit increase. Oh, and there goes another. Sometimes. All right, well, that's okay. This thing can run out of batteries for all I care. The interesting question is, will I get anything back from this? Well, let's physics warp. I have no confidence that any of this is going to actually make it back into the atmosphere, because we're going to be we're getting high enough that reentry is actually going to be an issue now. Ooh, and a little tumble. Maybe. We're going to survive. We are going to survive. Just barely. We're going to hit the ground. So all manner of craziness breaks loose when we get low in the atmosphere. These winglets start making things go all sorts of crazy. Get it to the ground in a hurry. Slow it down for landing so that maybe if something's going to survive. Nope. I didn't think it would anyways. Oh, something's flying. Something's flying. What the heck is that? It is on the move. Okay. Oh, yeah, there it is. Something exploded off. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's just go to the Space Center. The important thing is, now we can build bigger ships. Because if there's any doubt about what science I need to get this time, after that nightmare I've had, 25-ton weight limit, yeah, because right now we have a 10-ton weight limit. And that is driving me insane. Okay. We don't have quite enough science to get the parachute and the crew capsule, which is going to be our next one. But I have no idea how long the episode is at this point. So if I cut it here, thank you all very much for watching.